It's been some time since I posted a new video. I said I would be posting more and then I didn't, of course. Well, I made this little guy. I made this pattern and I was thinking maybe I could share it with you all. I don't know how many of you actually like Shroomish. I think he's adorable. So I made him and I hope you do too. And if you do, you can tag me on Instagram. I'm not very good with embroidering faces. It's bad, okay? I know. But you can do it better, I'm sure. So, yeah. Of course, you need yarn. I'm using this color and this green and a 4mm hook that is good for my yarn. I guess you could use a bigger yarn, bigger hook. That all depends on you. Then you're gonna need some scissors, a stitch marker, and a needle. You're also gonna need some black scrap yarn and some stuffing. And if you want to make it into a keychain, you're gonna need a jump ring and a key ring. So for the first step, you're gonna make a magic ring and 6 single crochet into the magic ring. After you make those 6 single crochet, you are gonna make an increase in every stitch, but in the back loops only. This is so that we can make the little thingies on top of his head. So yeah, make increases in every single stitch of the row in the back loops only. So for the next round, you're gonna do 1 single crochet and then 1 increase, and you're gonna do that 6 times, so until the end of the row. You can place your stitch marker in the first stitch so that you don't lose count. So the next round is going to be 2 single crochet and then 1 increase. Okay, and the next round is going to be the last round of increases. You're going to do 3 single crochet and then an increase all the way around. Okay, so as I said, this was the last increase round. So now for the next 4 rows, you're gonna do 1 single crochet in each stitch. So 1 single crochet all the way around for 4 rows. Alright, so for the next round, we're gonna do this scalloped edge. So what you're gonna do is skip the first stitch, and then in the next stitch, you're gonna put 5 double crochet in the front loop of that stitch. And then you're gonna skip a stitch again, and in the next stitch, front loop only, you're gonna put a single crochet. So that's what you're gonna be repeating for this round. So skip 1 stitch, in the next stitch put 5 double crochet, then skip a stitch, and then in the next one put 1 single crochet. Everything is done in the front loops so that in the back we can make the bottom. I'm gonna skip one stitch and then put a slip stitch into the last stitch, and then I'm gonna chain one and fasten off my work. But let's continue. You're gonna take your green, you're gonna attach it on one of these back loops that we left. I like to make a slip knot. With the yarn still on my hook, I'm just gonna go through one of the loops and make a single crochet. So for this round, you're gonna do 3 single crochet and then 1 decrease all the way around. So I already have my first stitch, this is my second. Now the next round is 2 single crochet and then a decrease. Repeat that all the way around. You can even mark your first stitch now. Now I'm gonna take my stitch marker, pull up a loop, and put my stitch marker in the loop so that my work doesn't unravel, because now I am going to stuff him. I don't like to stuff too much, but also I don't want to stuff him too little. I like to keep the bottom not as filled because he's supposed to be kind of flat. So when you're done stuffing your little shroomish, you can take out your stitch marker and put your hook back on the loop. And the next round is gonna be 1 single crochet. You can mark your stitch. So 1 single crochet and then a decrease all the way around. So for the last round of the body, you're gonna put a decrease all the way around. To close up this hole, you're gonna take your needle, thread it through, and what I like to do is run my needle through the front loops of every single stitch. And then I just pull. And it closes up the hole perfectly. So now you can just go ahead and weave in this end. So the base of the body is now done. Now we're going to be working on the top of his head. Connect your yarn to your work. Now it's a bit difficult to see, but there is front loops here up at the top, and you're gonna connect it to any of those loops. And you're going to chain 3 And then you're gonna put a bobble stitch in the next stitch. So you're gonna yarn over, go into the stitch, pick up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Then you're gonna yarn over and go back into the same stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and then do that one more time. So yarn over, back into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. And now that you have 4 loops on your hook, you're gonna yarn over and pull through all of those loops. So now you're going to chain 3 and slip stitch into the next front loop. Now you're going to chain 3 again and again make a bobble stitch into the next stitch. Chain 3. Slip stitch into the next stitch. And then chain 3 again. And you're gonna put the last bobble stitch in the next stitch. After the last bubble stitch that you did, you're gonna do chain 3 again and slip stitch into the first stitch that you did. And you can cut off your yarn. It looks a little bit messy, but you can fix it up. Alright, so we can put this aside for now and take your green yarn, because we're going to be making the legs now. So make a magic ring and put 7 single crochet into the magic ring. And for the next 2 rounds, you're just going to put a single crochet in each stitch. So now you're just going to slip stitch and fasten off, but you should leave a long enough tail for you to sew on the leg later. So you're gonna need 2 of these, so make another one. After the legs, now we're going to make the little circles, and that is the last thing we're going to crochet. And we have smaller ones and bigger ones, and I made 2 of each because I couldn't fit anymore. They are very, very simple. For the small one, you're just going to make a magic ring and put 6 single crochet. Now you can close up your magic ring and you're just going to slip stitch into the first stitch, and you can cut your yarn but leave a tail. That's the small circle. It's very simple, and the bigger one is just as simple. You're going to make a magic ring and put 7 half double crochet into the magic ring. Put a slip stitch into the first stitch, close up the circle, and you can cut your yarn. Again, leave a tail. And you can go ahead and make as many of these as you need for the body. Well, that is it for this tutorial. This is how mine turned out. It's not as angry as my first one, He's a little bit worried, but it's okay. He looks nice. I like him, and I hope you found this tutorial helpful. I would love to see what you made with my pattern. You can tag me on Instagram if you post it there, or just if you make any of my patterns. If you would like to see how I made this Ampharos plushie, you can comment down below if you would like a pattern. I'm trying to write a pattern, like a PDF for people to download, but I can also make a tutorial. But yeah, that's all for today's video, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye!